hard disk is also we can start. One hard disk we can tell what complete storage in 1 day is better. Guys, we have seen so many things like the CPU, RAM, ROM, and the motherboard. Motherboard is a main circuit board. It controls all physical devices. It connects all devices, all components, either directly or indirectly. It means on motherboard, we can connect CPU, RAM, and your LAN cards, graphic cards. We are connecting it, including NVMe SSDs are there, no? NVMe M.2 data, NVMe memories, non-volatile memory SSDs. We can able to connect it, right? And to motherboard, like you have a hard disk to motherboard, we will connect data cable. We are connecting SMPS to motherboard. We are connecting back side of motherboard, like a keyboard we are connecting, mouse we are connecting, monitor we are connecting, LAN we are connecting, audio video jacket we are connecting, right? So these are the printers we are connecting. So all we are connected to your motherboard. That's what it is called a motherboard. Every device, every component, we should connect it to the motherboard, either on motherboard directly or maybe through wire or some slot or something we can connect it. Each and every motherboard have a different form factors, 80, 80X, baby 80X, mini 80X, so many kind of factors are there. We are not hardware engineer guys, so we just know what it is. Okay, these are all whole concept why we are discussing it is, guys. You must know what it is, that's it, and how it is. What are the basic details, not hardware engineering details. We don't know it. Okay. Of course, components on motherboard like a processor slots or socket, memory slots, expansion slot, like a PCIe kind of stuff, I/O ports, input output connect ports, chipsets on motherboard. We have a chipsets, IDE, SATA connector, floppy disk drives, CMOS battery, BIOS chipsets are there, or power supply connector, okay, front panel connectors. So this is a old style motherboard it is, but these are the basic components. RAM slots, so we can insert the RAM here. This is the motherboard back side connection, like usually we connect for keyboard, mouse, PS/2, parallel port, serial port, monitor connections. Some are like this, some name, okay. It's a LAN port connection, here it is, you can see. USB ports. This is a new kind of motherboards. Now we are getting a eSATA ports, 3.0 USB ports we are getting. VGA plus we are getting HDMI ports also we are getting on motherboard. HDMI also we are getting. So this is a basic how your motherboard is look like, the devices, how it is connected to it. You want to see different motherboards also, you can try. My opinion is better to go to your anything like Amazon and all, so you can try different type of motherboards and how the components on the motherboard is there, you can try. How it is connect also motherboard and hard disk, motherboard SSD, motherboard NVMe, motherboard processor, like that you can able to do. It is a motherboard, new version of motherboards. This 12th generation motherboard, the motherboard cost is around 21,000. Okay, the different cost is there, depends upon the motherboard.
ऊपर प्रेस करना प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है
कई होएगी ना ड्रम की जब तक कब ना मेरे से ज़्यादा निकाले
तो मुझे
ऐसी
See, it is this motherboard having a M.2 direct interface is there. See, this is M.2 direct interface. You can see this is the part. Okay, you can see in the big screen like a M.2 socket kind of stuff. So here you can insert this connection to it, like your SSD. This is the graphic card. You can see big letter Asus Prime A320. This is a big slot is there, no? This is a what it is, graphic card will insert. This is express slots, PCIe. The white bars we are not getting. This is the processor. Socket AM4 means AMD type of processor related one. Okay, that's it is contains a holes. Normally, recent one we are having the pins. So this is a RAM slots. You know, olden days we have a two-side clips are there. Now we don't have two-side clip, side clip only. Okay, these are the RAM slots. And this corner one, this is the corner one. So that is your 24 pin SMPS connector. This is 4 pin from SMPS to CPU separate connection. 12 volts connector, 4 pin. Some motherboard having 4 pins, some are having 6, some are having 8 for this location. Can you see these yellow lines? That is nothing but a LED lines. Okay. Some motherboards having corner 3-4 LEDs to tell CPU installed properly, RAM installed properly, graphic cards are there properly, like that indication is also. The bottom one is, you can see it is a SATA port, SATA connector, hard disk connectors. These are a front panel connector. This is front panel USB connectors. You have a COM port, then you can connect from COM port. Here on motherboard view may not have in there. You can see motherboard back panel also here. So this is a HDMI port, this is VGA port, normal monitor. This is HDMI connectivity monitor or a TV, so you can able. I have done like I connected to a 24-inch TV. Okay, so if you want to buy a 24-inch monitor, the cost is very high. TV is very small. The supporting, what type of RAM it will support, how many channels are there, how much RAM support, what type of RAM it will support. Okay. Can you see this is another motherboard like we have seen, right? Back panel connections, on HDMI, some SATA port kind of stuff. Some button is there, I don't know what is this button. Audio activity also very bigger. This side only. So this is 18 LGA 180 something. 4 RAM channels. So you know this look like a table part, that is your SSD, M.2 type SSD, graphic card. This is another SSD slot, 2 SSD slots. Not 2, 3 are there. So this is the third one. 1, 2, 3 SSD slots are there. So this is back panel, front panel, SMPS. So this is 6-pin, 5-pin connectors also there. Top panel. Yes, see. This is 8-pin, 8-pin, 8 plus 8. So different models. The cost is supporting, and other features also there. Other features also there. That is, we have to check that kind of other features in it. That supporting processors, and you can see the supporting SSDs, supporting memory type. Okay, means supporting RAMs, and built-in features also dependable. Like some motherboards really having real stuff like built-in Bluetooth, built-in Wi-Fi connectivity, those kind of stuff also there. You can check. 12th generation i7 cost. So you can insert like these two combinedly, it is very costly. Okay, so that is about your motherboard, guys. Next one is SMPS. What is SMPS? Switch mode power supply. Switch mode power supply. What is switch mode power supply? You have a power supply at home that is called a 220 volts, 50 hertz frequency. Okay, normally in our home, we have a power supply that is AC power supply 220 volts, 50 hertz frequency. That supply we are giving to SMPS. Even if you have a laptop charger is there now, within that middle part of that charger, that is SMPS is there, which converts AC to DC, power supply. Okay, so different type of connectivity is there, 80, 80X type of SMPS. Some are with 20 pin, 24 pin nowadays, plus additional pin as it shows, 4 pin, 6 pin, 8 pin type. Like you have a motherboard, or maybe you want to buy SMPS, you want to build your own computer then. So better to know what is the type of connectivity. The 24 pin connectivity, PCIe connectivity, SATA means hard disk connectivity, Molex connector, old type of hard disk connector, P4 motherboard connector. So what is SMPS? Converts AC to DC. 220 volts AC power supply, 220 volts. Your AC 50 Hz power supply will convert into DC, multiple DCs, plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, plus 5 volts, plus 3.3 volts, ground stuff. See this is a main power supply from SMPS to motherboard, it will go, this big one. So each pin having some voltages, different colors. Green one is power on type, okay, you can see that one. Next, when you want to purchase a SMPS, compulsory check the wattage of SMPS. Calculate your whole computer components, their power consumption. Your SMPS requirement is your CPU, your system total system, not CPU, not only CPU, total system power consumption is 300 watts. Take 350 or 400 watts SMPS. For example, it is 400 watts power requirement. Then to take 450 or 500. Take a small amount like a 10%, 20% additional. Like you want a 400, take 450 or 500. Don't take 1 kV for that one. Okay. You want a 500, then take 600, 650, no problem. Don't not required like a 1 kV, 1.5 kV of wattages. So check, select that. So these are the cabinets. Different type of cabinets also available. Some are cheaper, less normal. So some are very cost cabinets also there. I've taken that is around 4,000 cost. Okay, so that is the point, guys. So this is about your basics of motherboard. We connect all the devices directly or indirectly to the motherboard. So everything will go through motherboard. Power supply go through motherboard only. And V system required a power supply which is coming from SMPS, switch mode power supply. Okay, so motherboard required a direct 24 pin connector, and there is a separate connector like a 4 pin, 8 pin, 6 pin connector. For hard disk, it is IDE type or as SATA type, Molex power connector. SATA having SATA power connectors there. Different power supply we are getting from SMPS. Each SMPS is having certain wattage rate, it depends upon our requirement. That's it for today, guys. Tomorrow we'll see the storage devices. In single shot. Anything you want to have questions?